So workshops 5 and 10 are dynamic dairy. Here they're going to learn all about the dairy group. Before you begin the workshop, make sure you go over the curriculum. These will be pages 9 and 10 in the mentor manual, and also go over the activities, and make sure you collect everything from the checklist into your bag. During the workshop, students are going to come in, you can pass out their folders and workbooks, and then they're going to do the pre-workshop connection with your mentor for the first 10 minutes. Then you'll go over the curriculum with them. So this one you're going to talk about dairy, the different types of dairy, some different options if people are lactose intolerant, and then you'll also talk about empty calories, unhealthy fats, added sugars, other junk food and fast food, things like that. So you'll go over the workshop and ask them questions so they can get raffle tickets. Then the first activity you're going to do is what's the score. So this is in their workbook. So what they have is 2 worksheets. They're going to use what's on the label, which is 8 different labels of dairy foods, and they're going to use these labels in order to answer the questions on the what's the score sheet. So they'll answer these, and you have the answers in your teacher manual, so people can raise their hand and volunteer to answer once everyone's done filling it out in order for them to get some raffle tickets. The next activity is a really fun one. It is called sugar content in beverages. So what you're going to do is have this bag full of sugar with a spoon and some plastic cups. And in box 1, you're also going to have some empty beverage containers. And these are just some we're providing you, but it's also fun to bring your own, or if you want, you can encourage students at workshops 4 and 9 to bring in their own empty bottles or even full ones. So using the worksheet, the last worksheet in their book, it's in the very back. This is sugar content in beverages. So you can talk about when a label says 4 grams of sugar, that is equal to 1 teaspoon. So they can go through and see how many teaspoons are in it takes to equal that many grams of sugar. And here's some popular sugary beverages and how many grams of sugar are typically in them and how many teaspoons of sugar that actually is. And then what they can do is measure that out. So they'll take the teaspoon, and it's fun to have a student come up and volunteer, and they'll actually take it, and the whole class can count 1, 2, 3 as they go through, up to as many as 14 teaspoons. So students are always surprised to see how much sugar is actually in the drinks they're drinking. And you can kind of talk about, how sugar is not the best choice, how it can affect their brain and their health. And that's about it for the sugar content in beverages activity. Then you're going to, at workshop 5, the thing that's different about this workshop is we're going to have a big mentor appreciation for all the adult mentors who came. So at the very beginning of the workshop, we can provide you with some thank you cards, and it's nice for you to set those thank you cards out kind of on the side, and as high school students come in, you can just ask them to go over to the thank you cards and find their mentor and write a nice little message in there. So they can do that at the beginning, and then at the end of the workshop we'll have a celebration where we'll also give you some certificates for the adult mentors, so you can call each one up individually, get them their certificate and their thank you card, and any other mentor gift that we might have for them, and just thank them for everything they've done. And it's also kind of nice to just have them all say what they learned in the program and what they thought of the ShapeUp program. So that's a mentor appreciation. That's at workshop 5. Then something different about workshop 10 is the students are then going to take their post tests. So you're going to do this after the elementary school students leave, since just the high school students do the pre and post tests. You'll pass those out to the high school students, and they're going to take the same test they took at orientation, and you want to make sure they fill them out completely, put their name and the school on them. It's really important that we get this data. So they'll do that. And then you'll also want to collect the students' teaching parents at workshop 5 from the high school students, and then at workshop 10 from the elementary school students. Then you'll do the raffle, and that's about it. The mentor debriefing as well. And then once the workshops are over, you'll want to input all the data into Google Docs, send the mentor support email, make the slideshow, and you'll also, this is where you'll input some of the student teaching parents data. So when you get the student teaching parents back from the students, you're going to want to put some of the best answers into the Google Docs spreadsheet as well. And that's about it. And throughout this whole program, if you ever have any question, we're more than happy to answer them for you. You can email us, call us, anything like that. So enjoy and have fun.